Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to Alex Builds. We're now going to have stage 4 of the fan home release of Build the Fast and the Furious Dodge Charger. Okay, so it's been a while since I've actually done some part work, so I'm waiting for them to be delivered. I've had a couple of deliveries now. I do have the Dodge Charger and the Iron Man to do. So we're going to do the Dodge Charger today, stage 4. Let me show you what we get and what we're doing. So just before we jump into the parts and what we've got this week, this is what we've got up to so far. So stage 1 we did this, which is the bonnet and supercharger. Stage 2 we did the steering wheel and the first wheel, and we will be needing this today as well. And stage 3 we did the front headlights and grille. So that's what we've got up to so far, and these are the parts for today. So as you can see in there, we get the parts to make our brake disc and suspension. Don't know which size yet, but we'll find out now as we delve into the magazine. So let me just move this out of the way. So this is the front left brake and suspension. So we're doing the whole of the brake and the suspension for the front left side. So what we're going to do is we're going to assemble the two parts of the discs first, attaching them together. They just push fit in. There's a little pin and some notch holes there to line them up. Then we're going to put this part on, screw that down with some CM screws. Then we're going to start actually making this part here. So this is the brake caliper base plate, and we're going to attach this part through it with some more CM screws, and then that can get attached onto there with our caliper going across there. And it does actually look like it's got some writing on there, which is really good, attention to detail. Then we can add these two parts together with an EM screw, put this part on, and then we'll just keep adding parts on until we get to the end, when we actually attach the front brake disc and caliper to the suspension, just like so, and we actually attach that to the front wheel as well. But down here, as you can see, we don't actually use the spring in this one. That'll be for when we actually attach it to the main frame, so we need to keep that safe. So if you want to pick this part work up for yourself, I will put a link down on the screen here and in the description down below. Head on over to fanhome.com. You can pick this up from stage 1. So let's get the parts open and start building. Okay, so starting off, we are going to need these two parts here, and we're going to start making the brake disc. So these two parts are plastic. We have got parts 4D, which does have the pegs on it, and 4E, which has the peg holes. So we're going to push that through the back, just like so, and we're going to peg the pegs into the peg holes on one side and on the other side, just like so. Give it a squeeze together, just like that. So now bringing in the next part, which is this part here. This is die-cast metal, and we've got 3 holes in the back here. 2 of them are screw holes. They're the ones that are directly opposite each other. The one just at the top, that is a peg hole, so we can line that up just there, and then we can put 2 screws through the front here, and they're both going to be CM screws, and they're going in that hole there and that hole there. Right, so let's get the first of these 2 in. Just going to pinch that in for now, just to hold that together while I get the other one in on the opposite side, and then we'll tighten that one up. Nice and tight. Tighten up the other side now, just like so. This is what you should have so far, looking really good. So you can put this to the side just for a moment, and we'll start making up the brake caliper base plate. So we're going to need these 2 parts here. They are both die-cast metal, so that's really good. So we're going to marry these 2 parts up. We're going, this one wants to be this way up with the L facing up, and this one slides through the back there, lines up just on there, and then we can put 2 more CM screws in the top holes just there. So let's get the first of them in. That's the first one. The second one on the opposite side, directly opposite that one, just here. Screw that all the way down, just like so. So that's what you should have so far. Now taking that and what we just made, we can slide these 2 together, just like so, and that's going to be able to move just on there. On the opposite side now, we can take this part which is our caliper. I did say they had some writing on there, as you can see. Look at that, nice detail on there. So now we can slide this over. We've got 2 holes on the back here. What we're going to line that up with, just like so. And that is also going to be CM screws. So far, really liking this brake disc. That's one in. And the second one, if it will stay on my screwdriver. Just like so. So that is our brake disc and caliper, and that should now still be able to turn inside there, which is really, really nice. Right, so now we can put this to the side for a moment and we'll start making up the rest. So we're going to take this part here and this part here. We're going to attach the shock absorber. So this is going underneath here. Doesn't matter which way. No, it doesn't. So it's going to go through there, and then we're going to put a EM screw down in the top there. The EM screw is one of the ones with the flanges on. Now this is where it might get a little tricky, because it wants to push out the other side, so you need to keep pressure on the back here while you're doing this. Make sure you go in square, and if it pops out, just pop it back in. There we are, that is that in there. Now we can bring in this part here, and using 2 FM screws, we're going to secure that on the inside just there. So the FM screws are coming from the outside, and we're going to be securing this on the inside. So that's going to line up just like that. Lining up the first screw and screw that in. And then we can secure the other side down as well. Grab that, line that one up on there. Feed that through the hole and screw that in. Just like so. Alright, so now we're going to need to take this part here, we're going to have to feed it down into here. Now mine's is quite a tight fit, so this is going to go in the second hole, just here, not the first one. So we want the second hole, and we can secure that one down with an FM screw, and you want to come at it from this side. And screw that all the way through. Just like so. Then we can take this little part just here, and that is going to be plugged into the back here. So let's plug that one in. There's a little peg and a little peg hole. So that's just going to get pushed down into there. Just like so. So now taking this part here, we can attach this to the front here. This is just going to slide just into there, so we can line up them holes just like so. Grab another FM screw, and going through the same side we can put another screw. All the way down, nice and tight, just like so. So now we can take this part, bring in this part, and you want to line this up this way around, just like so. Turn that over, and we get one of the EM screws on the back. That is one of the flange screws again. That's going to hold this on for us. So if we can tighten this one up. Just like so. So now we've got to secure this brake disc onto this part here. So let's get securing this on. Where are we going? We're going on the front here. We've got these 2 holes on the front here. We're going to line them up on there. That facing up the way. That's going to get attached onto there, just like that. So we need to put 2 more CM screws. I'm going to grab them and we'll get this on. So that's going on there. like so. I'm going to get the first hole in, and I can move this caliper part out of the way. Again, nice and tight. Move that to the opposite side, and there's our second screw hole just down there. To secure that one down. Just like so. So now that can turn either way, just like so. So now we can bring in this part. This is going to line up with this, and we're going to bring one last part, which is this one here. And this one is going to be going down through the top of this, like that, and then it's going to go into here, like so, feeding that down there. Right, so now we're going to need to put a GM screw through this hole here. This is quite a thin looking screw, this one, so I'm just going to line them holes back up. Start my screw off. Screw that all the way through. We do want this one nice and tight. Just like that. Look at that. Looking good so far. So that's our suspension part, which is really, really nice. That's going to pull up and down. Our brake disc can move in and out of there. Now we're bringing in our wheel. This does have a notch on there. We need to make sure we get that notch lined up on here correctly. So we will. And we feel it drop into place. And you feel it nice and secure on the back there, just like so. I'm just going to rest that there for a second. You take the washer that came with that issue. That's going to slide over that screw, and then we can secure this down. This will make the two parts into one big part. Again, nice and tight. We don't want a wobbly wheel. So check that. Nice and secure. Have a look at that. Ain't that cool? So you can put the cap on. Just like so. And there we are. That is stage 4 all done. We've got our brake disc and caliper and suspension on there now. That's looking really, really cool. Really enjoyed that issue. So I can give you a quick sneak peek of what's coming up in stage 5. As you can see, we get a nice piece of frame there. Well, I think we actually attached this to it. So let's have a quick peek and see if we actually attach that to it. Yes, we do. We attach that to the frame on there. That's really, really cool. Nice to do that nice and early. So that is it, guys. That is stage 4 all complete. Really enjoyed that, making the brake disc and putting it on the wheel and everything. Really nice to do that at this early stage as well. And in the next one we do get a bit of the frame that we can put it on. So that's really nice that we can do that at this early stage. So if you want to be notified of any future videos that I do, just click the subscribe button down below and click the notifications bell. So yeah, you'll be notified of any future videos that I put out, and it doesn't cost you anything to subscribe down below. So I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. If you did, please remember to leave a like down below. And if you haven't already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you all next time. Take care. Bye-bye.